Do you know which country's nuclear submarine is the fastest in the world? You wouldn't think that the deeper a nuclear submarine goes, the safer it is, right? So, take a guess. Which is faster, a nuclear submarine or an aircraft carrier battle group? Some say a nuclear submarine, of course. Isn't it just a device hiding underwater? A little slower doesn't matter. There's no such thing as taking it easy in the deep sea. Don't forget, once a nuclear submarine is exposed, speed can help it quickly escape from enemy anti-submarine aircraft, torpedoes, and anti-submarine vessels. Speed is also crucial for maneuvering tactics. For example, quickly relocating after an attack on an aircraft carrier battle group. During missions, speed is key to crossing dangerous waters. That is the core capability of tactical nuclear submarines. Today, Xinghua will introduce to you the top 5 countries with the fastest nuclear submarines in the world. Let's see how China's 096 nuclear submarine ranks globally. 5th place. The French Navy's Triomphant-class strategic nuclear submarine. It's currently the fastest nuclear submarine in France. The Triomphant class is about 138 meters long, with a submerged displacement of 14,335 tons. Despite its large size, it can still reach speeds of over 25 knots underwater, about 46 km/h. 25 knots may not sound impressive, but it's already top tier in the strategic nuclear submarine class. After all, ballistic missile submarines mainly prioritize stealthy cruising rather than high speeds. The Triomphant class uses pump jet propulsion, which significantly improves noise reduction compared to previous models. Its dive depth reaches 400 meters. With its depth and quiet operation, it's harder for enemies to detect it. As France's third-generation strategic nuclear submarine, the Triomphant class is equipped with 16 M45 M51 submarine-launched ballistic missiles and several 533mm torpedoes for self-defense. These 16 missiles are France's nuclear deterrence trump cards. Each can carry multiple warheads, with a range of over 10,000 kilometers. For Triomphant-class submarines entered service between 1997 and 2010, replacing the older Redoutable-class submarines. They became the backbone of France's underwater nuclear force. It's worth mentioning that the Triomphant class has excellent noise reduction design. Its noise level is reportedly just over 110 decibels. It performs well compared to other submarines in the same class. Don't forget, the background noise in the ocean environment is around 90 decibels. The French invested heavily in this. The cost of each Triomphant-class submarine is several $billion. It's considered golden in value. Fortunately, the quality is undeniable. France has always had great confidence in its nuclear submarine technology. 4th place. UK's Astute-class attack nuclear submarine. Next up is the UK's Royal Navy's Astute-class attack nuclear submarine. As the UK's latest attack nuclear submarine, the Astute-class boasts impressive speed and extremely strong stealth capabilities. The Astute-class is approximately 97 meters long, with a submerged displacement of 7,400 tons. It can reach a maximum underwater speed of about 29 knots, about 53 km/h, slightly inferior to the USS Fast Attack submarines. But it's faster than most strategic nuclear submarines. In deep waters over 500 meters, a speed of 29 knots allows for rapid maneuvering and escaping danger. The Astute class is equipped with 6 533mm torpedo tubes, capable of launching heavy spearfish torpedoes and Tomahawk cruise missiles, among other weapons. It can carry up to 38 torpedoes or missiles, compared to the UK's previous Trafalgar class. The Astute class has stronger firepower and more advanced sonar. It can perform precision strikes against both maritime vessels and land targets. As an attack nuclear submarine, the Astute class does not carry ballistic missiles. However, its cruise missiles are also capable of striking strategic targets. The UK has also not been stingy with stealth technology. The Astute class is touted as the quietest nuclear submarine in UK history. The entire hull is covered by 39,000 tiles, designed to absorb and scatter noise. This allows it to quietly approach under the enemy's nose. Currently, there are plans to build 7 Astute-class submarines, with several already in service. They have replaced the earlier Trafalgar-class submarines, with speeds approaching 30 knots and excellent stealth performance. The UK's Astute-class ranks 4th in this list. 3rd place, China's 096-class strategic nuclear submarine. Next, we have China's very own player making its debut. The latest 096-class strategic nuclear submarine of the Chinese Navy. It's hailed as the dark horse that arrived late but leads early. Although the official performance of a 096 class has never been disclosed, based on public reports and military speculation, it is likely to be a fully surpassing strategic nuclear submarine in terms of speed, stealth, and other aspects. The 096 class is reportedly using shaftless pump jet propulsion technology, paired with a more powerful new nuclear reactor, which is expected to push its underwater speed to 3,032 knots, about 59 km/h. This speed is about 10 knots faster than the US's latest Columbia-class ballistic missile nuclear submarine. It's worth noting that the new generation of US nuclear submarines has actually been more conservative in speed, but our 096 class is galloping in the deep sea. Although speeds above 30 knots may not be needed often, it's better to have the ability to run fast when needed. After all, it's better than being unable to run, right? More importantly, it's said that the 096 class maintains excellent stealth capabilities, even at high speeds. Thanks to new generation soundproof tiles and flexible piping shock-absorbing technology, its noise at 30 knots is only at the level of the 094 class cruising speed. In other words, even when the 096 class is at full speed, its noise is similar to that of the previous generation at cruising speed. This stealth performance is quite remarkable. The 096 class is estimated to be about 150 meters in length, with a diameter of nearly 20 meters. It's larger than the previous 094 class by a considerable margin. Its displacement is likely to reach 16,000 to 20,000 tons. A larger size doesn't mean it grew on its own. It can carry at least 16, and possibly up to 24 of the new generation JL-3 submarine-launched intercontinental ballistic missiles. In comparison, the 094 class carries only 12 JL-2 missiles. The number of missiles has doubled, and the JL-3 has a longer range and greater power. The 096 class nuclear strike capability will be several times stronger than the 094 class. More missiles. The turtleback is gone. It's said that the 096 class has eliminated the high, protruding turtleback design of the 094 class, making the hull more streamlined and reducing resistance. This is beneficial for both noise reduction and increased speed. Of course, no advanced nuclear submarine can do without stealth. The 096 class is said to have made a qualitative leap in noise reduction. 2nd place, the United States Seawolf-class attack nuclear submarine. After China, let's turn our attention to the veteran naval powerhouse, the United States. The United States Navy has the world's largest and most technologically advanced nuclear submarine fleet. Among them, the Seawolf-class attack nuclear submarine is the fastest nuclear submarine series in the US. It can be called the Ghost Wolf of the deep sea. The Seawolf class was developed at the end of the Cold War. Originally, 29 submarines were planned, but after the Soviet Union collapsed, funding was cut, and only 3 were built. But these 3 are all powerful. The Seawolf-class submarine is about 108 meters long, with a width of 12 meters. Its submerged displacement is approximately 9,150 tons. It uses a high-power pressurized water reactor and a pump jet propulsion system, balancing quiet operation and power. According to public data, the Seawolf class has a maximum submerged speed of 35 knots, about 65 km/h. This speed is much faster than the US previous Los Angeles-class submarines. What's more impressive is that the Seawolf can achieve silent cruise at 20 knots, with incredibly low noise levels. One of the design requirements for the Seawolf was to be quieter than the Los Angeles class. Even at high speeds, it must maintain low noise. The Seawolf class lived up to expectations, becoming one of the quietest attack nuclear submarines in the US Navy. It can be fast and quiet, proving its ghost nickname. In terms of combat capability, the Seawolf is an underwater all-rounder. Each submarine is equipped with 8 large torpedo tubes. It can launch Mk-48 heavy torpedoes, cruise missiles, and other weapons. It can carry up to 50 torpedoes or missiles. Compared to the Los Angeles class, the Seawolf class has double the number of torpedo tubes, with much stronger firepower. The Seawolf's stealth and deep diving abilities are also remarkable. It uses a high-strength, high-100 steel hull, with a tested dive depth exceeding 490 meters. Reports suggest a structural limit dive near 600 meters. It also uses a large number of noise-reducing floats, shock-absorbing bases, and soundproof tiles, with multiple noise reduction measures. This means that even at 600 meters deep, the Seawolf can travel a high speed without being detected by enemy sonar. What does this mean? Imagine this: a wolf running almost silently underwater. The enemy won't even see the ripples. Suddenly, torpedoes are coming at them. That image is too beautiful to behold. First place, Russia K-222 high-speed nuclear submarine. Russia's Soviet Union's K-222 nuclear submarine undoubtedly set the speed record for nuclear submarines. It undoubtedly set the speed record for nuclear submarines to date. This legendary submarine belongs to the Soviet 661 class design, NATO codenamed Papa class. The Soviet Union itself gave it a frightening nickname, Death Claw. The K-222 was built and entered service in 1969. It was an experimental cruise missile nuclear submarine created by the Soviet Union to pursue extreme speed. How fast was the K-222? It once reached an astonishing speed of 4,485 knots underwater. This equals about 828 km/h. This speed is even faster than many surface warships. Remember, this was a 107-meter-long, 7,000-ton behemoth. Yet, it achieved the speed of a racing boat. No wonder it was called the Deep Sea Rocket. This 4485-knot record has never been broken since the 1970s. It's considered the 100-meter world record of the submarine world. One of the reasons the subs can't catch me, then I'll be safe. To achieve this goal, the Soviets used a lot of black technology for the K-222. First, it had a full titanium alloy hull, high strength and lightweight. It could travel at high speed. K-2 gave the US Navy a headache. But there are two sides to everything. Although the K-222 was unbeatable in speed, it came with the cost of extremely high noise. It's said that when it sailed at speeds above 35 knots, the noise inside the submarine reached 100 decibels. Externally, it sounded like a tractor. The vibration and noise caused by high speed exposed the target. This is not good. In addition, the titanium alloy structure made the cost outrageous. It cost 2 billion rubles at the time, which would be at least several $billions today. The Soviets built it so extravagantly, but couldn't afford to mass produce it. K-222 stopped performing combat duties in the late 1970s. It was decommissioned and dismantled in 1999. Being able to dive deep is not as important as being fast. In submarine warfare, depth, speed, and stealth are complementary survival factors. Deep diving can avoid some detection and weapon threats. But if the opponent's sonar and weapon systems can cover the deep sea, the saying it's better to run fast than to dive deep is not an anti-science statement. In submarine combat, depth, speed, and stealth are complementary survival elements. Deep diving can evade some detection and weapon threats. But if the opponent's sonar and weapon systems are capable of covering the deep sea,